Hello, everyone. This is Michelle, and I'm here to do your June 2021 tarot reading. Before we start, though, I have a few announcements to make, some news. And the first is that this summer I am offering readings to my viewers. So, starting in June, I will select names for two winners. Okay, so this will be like a lottery giveaway, and the two winners will receive an astrology reading with tarot. If you like, we can pull some tarot cards too. This is a free reading in that there will not be a monetary exchange. However, the work that I do on your chart will help me towards NCGR Professional Astrologer certification. So there will be an energy exchange in that sense, which I think is important and good. If you're interested in a reading, you can send me an email at oldworldmystics@gmail.com. There's the email. For this giveaway, we will need the date, time, and location of your birth in order to set up a chart. And then if you're selected, I will ask for some background information and a focus question. In the subject line of the email, you can just write astrology giveaway, and that way I'll know the email is coming from you and that you are interested in a reading. I will select the winners in June, and then I will contact you with more information about how we can get together online. And the other quick announcement is just about these new cards that I hope to bring in for July. Okay, so that's my plan. What an interesting deck, the Tarocchino Bolognese from 1660. And based on the research that I did on this actually could be one of the very first decks used in cartomancy. Very interesting tarot deck. It actually has only, I believe, 62 cards in it. So this should be something fun and interesting. And actually, even another deck that I have here, this little deck is the Tarot Florentino Minchiade. Now, I know that I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. But I'm doing my best, okay? Minchiade, all right? So this should be interesting too. We'll see if we can bring these in, one of these two decks, and that should be some fun for us. Okay, all right, so those are the announcements for June, and let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Sign of Aries. My Aries friends, what do we need to know for the sign of Aries? I think those cards are ready to go. They're like jumping. All right, let's take a look. This is for Aries. Okay, the Hanged Man. All right, interesting. At the bottom of the deck, could be for some of you that this has been a very spiritual time, or you have found some time to take out in order to reconnect spiritually. That's what I'm picking up initially. It could also be a need for spiritual reconnection. We have the moon coming in. All right, that's interesting to see, especially with the eclipses. All right, so that's interesting. We just came out of that very big May 26th total lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Sagittarius, all right, in fire. And then we will have a solar eclipse in Gemini. All right, just I can't help but make these astrological connections because so Aries, there could be something, a big change occurring for you, and it might have to do with something on the Sagittarius Gemini axis. All right, so something along those lines in your chart. Now we have the Four of Wands coming in. All right, interesting to see. The Eight of Cups. The Ten of Swords. All right, and you know, I'm always happy to see those tens, even though I know in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the wands and the swords are a little bit disconcerting, but it does suggest that a conclusion is quite near. I'm going to draw two more cards, and the Ace of Pentacles just backs that up. Let's continue. And the Six of Pentacles. All right, interesting. I think that, Aries, you are working towards getting towards some kind of like a finish line or a goal, a time when you can just, I'm hearing like stop and take a breath. That you would just like, maybe it's not the complete end of the entire cycle, but that there's a sensation that I just want to get to this step, and then I can stop and take a breath. But with this moon coming in and the eclipses, I'm also sensing that there are some big changes around your life at this time. All right, if you're resonating with this reading thus far, Aries, some big changes in your life. And so it could be that although you're waiting for this time when you can just settle down and take a breath, it could be that there is going to be a little bit of patience involved. I think that you really do want to see a conclusion. I am picking up, I'm hearing the word confusion. So it could be for some of you that you want something that is vague or not clear or confusing to come to an end, and that you've been working towards that. You've actually been working towards that. It's not easy though. When you do have, we might see almost like kind of this cloud hanging over you, like I'm just kind of not clear. I'm picking this up too, Aries, that until this conclusion comes, there can be a sense of that confusion or lack of clarity. But that is not to say that it won't come or that it isn't coming. All right, and then also just to acknowledge that this is not easy. Oh my goodness, look at this other moon. We're getting this moon backed up here in the Eight of Cups, and it's just very similar to the moon in the moon major arcana, isn't it? And so I feel that there are some big changes for Aries that need to occur. And with this Six of Pentacles coming in, the suggestion is to just be patient if possible. Be patient if possible. Patience is going to come in for you. So if you are feeling a little bit like I am just tired of being in this position where I'm waiting for this transition to really get from one side of the fence, we might say, to the other. Like I just like, I'm picturing almost like a gate. Like you're standing at this gate and you're just ready to open the gate, walk through to the other side, and you're so ready to do it. That is what I'm picking up. You're just so ready to do it. The patience is going to come in. Wonderful to see, because that's not easy for Aries. Aries wants to get up and go. And instead, there has been, I think, some concerns. That's what I'm picking up with the Three of Hearts. Some concerns, some worries that might be holding you back. Potentially even a little bit of fear. Now, that isn't really an Aries trait, I wouldn't say. I mean, Aries is the most courageous, bravest sign in the zodiac. I mean, Aries just kind of goes out there boldly and is really known for being fearless. But this is a big change. This is a really big change. And so I think it's understandable that there would be some concerns. At the same time that it is a big change, and so there are big concerns that are connected, there are also equally large opportunities for Aries. All right, so very big opportunities. I'm just feeling like it's right around the corner. That's what I'm sensing. Let's continue. Look, we have the Chariot coming in. Beautiful to see. It's time, I feel, for Aries to receive the recognition that Aries deserves. The work is in place. The accomplishments are already there. This is like I'm coming home. I'm picking up almost like a homecoming. Like you're coming in to a stage where you are returning to those people that will recognize you. Some patience involved, all right? So maybe not exactly in the month of June, but I do feel that it is quite soon. And now we have the Fool. This is beautiful to see for the Aries reading. Absolutely beautiful, because despite all of these concerns and fear, this says to me that Aries, you are going to tap into your courage. You will tap into your natural courage, and you will move forth through this difficult time. I am picking up, this is pretty, it's a little difficult to be in this position, right? Really on the brink here. This is really just on the brink. And so understandable if it feels a little worrisome, and yet you are going to tap into your courage based on what the tarot is telling us. It's beautiful to see. And now we're going to select divine doors. Divine doors for the sign of Aries. Divine doors for the sign of Aries. Let's take a look. This will be a like a final affirmation for Aries. And I'm just going to look initially at the, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to show you the image of this card and what is coming through for me now. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to hold it up kind of closely. I'm immediately drawn to that piece of wood in the center between these doors. And it's almost like there's a narrowing in the middle, if you can see that. And I am picking up this sense of being sort of like in a bottleneck situation. And I feel that you are right here working through this bottleneck, and you are going to be coming out of it, and it is going to feel wonderful. It is going to feel like a liberation, like a freedom. Things are going to start flowing. That is what I'm picking up for you for the sign of Aries generally. And here we go. The message on the back is destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. Pass this card on. All right, that's what I'm doing, Aries. I'm passing it on to you. One door is closing, another is opening. This is also consistent with these eclipses and with these times that we have been going through. Many of us making future plans for a more positive life ahead. I think this is just a beautiful reading for you, Aries. I'm very happy to see it. And that is your reading for June 2021. It is a pleasure and a privilege to read for you as always. And I'll see you next time.